So, just like Yoda is telling Luke that he needs to feel the Force all around him. Hey, those of you talking at the same time as me, knock it off. You're being disrespectful. You can't handle yourself, go to the office. Call your parents, go home. Some of you need to remember that you are in this amazing place where we have this, like, force, if you will, all around us. Like, we've got our friends. You've got your teachers in AO and extensions time. You've got, like, discovery days if we need to catch up. Some of us are catching up tomorrow. 625 is, like, I want you to have it, but we're going to come back to that lesson next week. If you get a chance to work on it over the weekend, that would be awesome. You could get a jump start on it. But what we mainly need to make sure is that the things in MAP, guys, MAP is up to date. According to me, MAP is up to date. So you can't play that game like, oh, I'm waiting for Hudson to update it. Check the no-name board. Otherwise, I don't have it. And if you bring me your binder and say, I swear I turned it in, I'm going to bet you a dozen cookies that I can find it in your binder, and I hope you make some good cookies, because I've never lost one of those bets. Check your work, turn in what needs turned in, make a to-do list for over the weekend. If you're behind, catch up. Start quarter 4 strong. Okay? Do not slack. Don't take your foot off the gas pedal. Guys, anyone know how many class days we have until, like, the state test? 24. That's it. You have 24 more class days. So at a max, probably like 24 homeworks, but I doubt that many, right? You're nearing the end. But that doesn't mean take your foot off the gas pedal, because then you won't get there. Let's finish this year strong. So, in the, like, goal of trying to finish this year strong, we're still in lesson 624 today. Right? Even though I gave you 625 because I want you to have it, we're still in lesson 624. So you need graph paper out because we're going to do more of the type of stuff that we did yesterday, where we have to take what is verbal and turn it into an equation. But, and I know I'm recording, and if CPM, CPM's totally going to watch my class videos. Go ahead. Oh, dang it. Thank you. I was so excited about Star Wars, I forgot about lunch count. Ooh, then I can pause the video and say what I want to say bad about CPM before I re-record it. Yeah, not just Catholics. Most Christians, like, give up something, but specific to Catholics, what's the deal with meat?
I don't know what the deal with meat is. I just know that it's, like, the most common thing to give up. You don't eat meat on Fridays during Lent or holy days of obligation during Lent.
Yeah, so that is why, like, now every Friday, and even though today's not a Friday, there will be a fish sandwich option, is, like, a lot of Catholics do not eat meat on Fridays during Lent in observance of, like, this very long, thousands of years ago, but what is said to have happened with Jesus and all that. So that's, you have a lot of diverse cultures and religions and stuff at Phoenix, so make sure that, like, if people are celebrating or observing something, you can respectfully ask them, like, hey, what's the deal with not eating meat on Friday or things like that? Or some kids are giving up candy, right? I've heard a couple kids complain, like, oh, I'm giving up candy, this is going to be tough. Or, like, give up soda. Or maybe, like, give up not doing your homework. I don't know. I'm just thinking of some ideas. So, yeah, question? Comment? I mean, sure. I'm just going to say add 1 to pancakes. All right, so go ahead and check out this problem about the Olympics. So while looking at the country of Jamaica's results from 2008 Beijing Olympics, 2008 feels a long time ago now. All right. Gemma noticed the number of gold medals Jamaica received was twice the number of silver medals, right? That's probably important. But let's wait for a second until we start picking variables. the next sentence says, she also realized Jamaica received 1 fewer bronze than silver. And guys, this whole problem is going to talk about Jamaica. So hint, hint, Jamaica is not our variable. And altogether, Jamaica received 11 medals. And this is like true information, right? This is also what I love about CPM is they throw true information at us. So what are the different types of medals that we can get when we're competing in an event that like medals the winners? Gold, silver, and bronze. So what would be some good variables for us to use? G, S, and B probably. So let's, on our paper, write G equals and leave some space. Below that, write S equals, leave some space. And below that, B equals and leave some space. Yeah, like I said, we're still in 624. This is problem 94, though. So we're still in 624. Doing problem 94. All right, G equals, S equals, and B equals. And then try to write out the expression that would go with your G equals, or S equals, or B equals. So, and I'll scroll this so you guys can see that, especially those of you in the back. The number of gold medals Jamaica received was twice the number of silver. 1 fewer bronze. This is a tricky sentence. I think we can probably agree. How do I show twice of something? Times 2, right? Or 2 times that. So twice the number of silver. I'm thinking G equals 2 times S. Yeah, you could do S times 2 if you want, but we like the number in front. Guys, that's a really good point. You can write S times 2. It's nicer if we put the 2 in front. It's just nicer. It's not right versus wrong. It's just nicer. What about S equals or B equals?
S equals S, because it doesn't have anything that says it is.
Ooh, so this blue highlighted sentence, it's actually telling me about bronze. This is like a tricky sentence. It says 1 fewer bronze than silver. It's a comparison against silver. So bronze is silver. How do I show 1 fewer than? Minus 1. And then like we said, S is just S. If all together they got 11, go ahead and take a moment. I'm going to try to be more honest about giving you time. I want to give you like at least 2 minutes to try to solve this like we did yesterday with those problems. All together they got 11. Now, obviously, I'm going to write this out a little differently and show my work, but I want to give you a moment to try it on your own like we did yesterday. If you want to pull out yesterday's notes, you can. If you want to pull out 624 where we did the problem with the lakes, you can look at that. And then all together, they got 11. Now, wait a minute. Make sure that's S minus 1. That looks like an equals, right? Make sure that's S minus 1. Why? What? I don't think we can get decimal medals here. Gold medals was twice the number of silver. Jamaica received 1 fewer bronze than silver. How many S's did you have when you figured it out in the mistake?
Set it up not to where all of this is in 11.
I don't know what I'm trying to click.
They did good.
If you think of Jamaica in the Olympics, anyone think of a specific event? The Jamaican bobsled team. They made huge news because they were like, wait, Jamaica has a bobsled team? Yeah, they did. Whole movie about it. Cool runnings. Cool runnings.
I've seen that movie. It's so good.
Yeah, absolutely. Now combine life terms, right? That's our next thing. Yeah, so then if that's the amount of silver, we can go back and figure out the other metals based off if that's the amount of silver. Hey, this is not percussion class. As much as I wish it was, it is not. Any of us can be percussionists. Alright, gold. Yeah, I think I gave you guys at least 2 minutes. Gold, what did we say gold is? 2 times S. So we replace this with 2 times S. Plus, do I replace S with anything? Nah, we just really leave it S. Do I replace B with anything? Ooh, S minus 1. Be careful, that's different than 1 minus S. Any questions on how I wrote what I just wrote? Eve? You don't get how your answer what? I don't know what your answer was, and I don't know what my answer is yet. This step, where we get 2S plus S minus 1, are we good on this step? We replaced G with 2S, because we said it was 2 times the silver. We kept S as S, because S is the variable that we're using here. And where we had B, we replaced it with S minus 1 based on what they told us up here and what we had written out. Does that make sense for how we got here? Sweet. So then we can keep moving and see if we made a mistake. Vincent?
Can you change the color?
Yeah, I realized what, I didn't really sync up with, well, bronze should be blue, right? One fewer, but this should probably be like purple or something. Because green was the all together, so that's where this came from. Is that what you were bothered by?
Yellow. I can't really see the yellow.
Yeah, but that is what I highlighted gold in, so we won't spend too much time on what color are we highlighting things. Combine like terms. How many S's, if I have 2S, another S, and another S, anybody? 4S. Plus a negative 1. Guys, some of you, this might help you if you write plus and then put it in parentheses, negative 1. Still equal to 11, because I haven't done anything with my 11 yet. So then, yeah, random cards. Ooh, actually, let's just go with the top. Eve, you want to help me out? What do we... Well, give it a shot. I mean, you can pass it. You don't even know what I'm going to ask. What do we want to move off of one side and kind of push it over to the other? And now if you want to pass, you can, but I want you to take a shot. Okay. Eve's like, I am not interested. Lucas? And you. Yeah, the left side has the variables. The variables claimed the left side. They said, we're over here. We could move them over here, but there's a constant over here. So that would be silly. Lucas says, since it's a negative 1, we add 1. and I write that in red because it's something I'm doing on both sides, and I got in that habit a long time ago, I change colors. It activates my brain. If you're struggling with this stuff, you might think about incorporating a couple other colors in how you write your work. Hey Zeus, now that I have 4s equal to 12, because I added that one, don't forget to actually do the thing, what number do I now need to get rid of? With our goal being solve for s, what number do we need to get rid of? Hey Zeus. Layla Davis. Sorry, you did what? She divided by 4 because this is 4 times s. We want to just get one s. And when you divide a number by itself, we get a giant 1. We also have to divide on the other side to keep things fair. And what is 12 divided by 4? 3 silver medals. Are we done? No. We got to go back up now knowing that S is 3. I'm actually going to just kind of go this way, I guess. If S is 3, what's 2 times 3? 6. 6 gold medals. Good job, Jamaica. We know S is 3. We can just go ahead and leave that. S is 3. And what would bronze be? 2. B is 2. Careful, B is 2. Questions on that? Questions on that? On this next one, I'm going to try to give you an actual 5 minutes to solve it. I think we got enough time today. All right, if you still have any questions from this, I'm going to be walking around the room, so call me over to look at your work. Try this one, just A. I've started some highlighting. Try just A. I'm actually going to clone this page real fast. Arm span and height. Arm span is from tip to tip. It's like sometimes called your wingspan. So arm span and height. Should I highlight more than what I have highlighted up there? Yeah, all I did was highlight the word. So Eli, what else should I highlight with arm span? All of this. Arm span is 7 inches more than height. Notice now that I've highlighted it, it kind of jumps out a little bit easier for my brain. I'm trying to convince you that highlighters are beneficial. Color coding things is beneficial. By the way, I do have more highlighters. I yelled at somebody, because I yell at you guys. I scolded somebody for saying, well, there were no highlighters left. Well, you don't know what's hidden away in my closet. There are highlighters left. I just need to know that we're out of them. So if you want more highlighters, come get more. And I should probably highlight more with combined total. Arm span and height. We're only talking about two things here. How tall? What's the wingspan or arm span? Have at it. Do you recognize either of these papers? Do you recognize either of these papers? Yeah, you're right. The highlighting is somewhat unique. Do we recognize either of these papers? Look like they might be your highlighters. on it and put it back in. I'm gonna keep coming around, but I got one more that might be 1A. Hey, so be solving this problem. Don't wait for me to walk around and ask you if these are your papers. What about this paper?
More.
You don't recognize this handwriting? This is not in math yet, so that's the thing. You don't know that it's missing. What about these? This one.
What the heck is that face? None of those look like mine.
They're both 622, so they can't go. That is a little bit of a drawing.
I think I probably did a pile of homework and then it was turned out something that I thought.
Anyone on this paper? Anyone want claim ownership? This is not with math yet. No claim ownership. Recognizable handwriting. This might be 3D. I don't actually know if this is 1A. You want to recognize this handwriting? For 622? No, it's a pretty dark pencil. Alright, we'll see if I can get 3B to claim it. What variables would be good for arm span and height? A and H. Or you can do W and H if you want to do wingspan, because some people call it wingspan. One of my swimming coach told me to do breaststroke, because the bigger your arm length is, you can get the full.
That means you're tall.
Yeah, right. You gotta, what do you say? Scrape the barrel. Imagine that you're scraping a barrel. A and H. In case some of us are struggling to get started, let's help them out. Carmen, what could I say for A? Yeah, 7 inches more than height. H plus 7. John, what could I say for H?
H.
Oh, H is H. H&H Bagels. Great bagel place in New York.
Can I solve the problem myself?
You just sounded like we're on a game show. I'd like to solve the puzzle, please. Anyone know the game show? Where they say, I'd like to solve the puzzle? They spin a big wheel. They guess letters. Wheel of Fortune. Antonella, how can I put these together to use the statement we highlighted in green? You can always pass. You don't have to look like deer in headlights. But if you want to try it, you can. Pass. Marina, how can I do what's in green? There's my arm span. And I love that Marina said, put them in parentheses, since we know that was representing A. And then plus H to equal 221. So then plus another H. So when we go to combine like terms, Kylie, how many H's do I actually have? 2H plus 7. Nothing for the 7 to combine with right now. Equal to 221. Careful. Mia, what do we want to get rid of now? Or what do we want to do on both sides? Subtract the 7. 21 minus 7. Oh, it's like, it's one of the 7s, right? 7, 14, 21. So that's going to go back down to 14. So I got 2h is equal to 214. And Aiden, what can I do to go from 2h to just 1h? Divide by 2. H equals 107 inches, right? They're working in inches. Now hold on. Who walks around saying my height is 107 inches? Not many people. How do we convert inches to feet? Lucas? Divide by 12. So real quick, especially if you got a calculator, let's divide this by 12. Height is... What'd you get? 8? 8 point something? So hold on. Hey, hold up. We haven't done this in a long time. Like, hands off your paper. Hold on for a second. Give me your eyes up here. Do we talk about feet in decimals? Not really. So, hold on. Shouting out who dies at the end of the movie. We only really care about the 8, and then we're going to make this a mixed number. So what is 8 times 12? Like 8 feet would be how many inches?
64. Wait, no, never mind. 90.
96, right? So like over here I'm thinking 8 times 12 took up 96 of my inches. How many inches would I still have left over if I took up 96 of them? Well, 107 minus 96.
11.
So it's 8 feet, 11 inches. He tall.
He's almost as tall as Shaquille O'Neal.
He tall. So guys, I'm 6'2".
I'm not.
Like, I can barely reach to 8 feet because that's how high the ceilings are in my house. It's even taller than this. You know, and then, yeah, I'm pit sweating. All right, questions. We got another one. How long do you think you can hold your breath? Just a minute. Holy cow, a minute. Try this one. A Greenland whale can hold its breath 3 times as long as a beaver. I've never really thought about beavers needing to hold their breath, but they like work in water. Right? They like cut down trees and build dams and they work in water. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Actually, I'm going to switch my colors to be more like what we had just done. All together, if you added them. Wait, what? 95 minutes? Try this one. I want to try to give you about 3 or 4 minutes. What? You want to try to be Mr. Hudson? You got it all written down?
I'm done. Can I help?
I was about to say, you got to have the problem done before you can do my job.
Can I be Mr. Hudson? I'm done.
You guys might be able to tag team like being Mr. Hudson. Zeus get it on this paper. He's looking at us like, wait, I don't have anything written down. I'll pay Zeus get it done. And then, if you can effectively teach it to one student, you can probably teach it to the next.
Okay, so.
Yeah, careful. There's the whale, the hippopotamus, and the beaver here. The whale, the beaver, and the hippopotamus. Guys, you could use G for Greenland whale. You could also just use W. You could just use W if you want for whale.
W is less like 6.
Yeah. Does this make a little bit of sense? Use one moment to solve, or you want some help? Sorry. So, are we going to refocus on this one now? Sweet. I would use W, B, and H if I was you. I would use W, B, and H. I'm going to scooch down.
I already did it. I'm just teaching him. Okay. Mr. Hudson, now can I take over this problem? No.
I think I'm going to let the two of you alternate having taken it over. I probably do. Are we all out? They're over there. I see them. They're in the box. That's where they've always been. Maybe you just always have your own and you don't have to borrow them. All right. Mr. John and Mr. Vincent. I have this cards to still go through, and then you can shuffle up what's on the seat. I would ask that you guys team, like, work together to, like, one person ask one thing and write it up there, and the next person, you know what I mean?
I don't even need my paper.
Whoa, flex. Here's a pen for you. Here's a pen for you. Remember that color change happens up here if you want to change your color. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Tripping on my words. Ladies and gents, we have a special guest teachers.
I'm back.
Mr. John and Mr. Vincent would like to walk us through this problem. So, go ahead.
Okay, so, what would be the first thing we need to do here for the whale?
Use the cards.
Layla, grass. Pass, okay. Katie.
What would be the first thing we would need to do?
You got it.
What can we write down for W? 3 times B. Okay. Good job. You had it.
Okay.
Oh, use capital B's so they don't look like that. Kind of looks like a 6.
Wait, that's
You
not
gotta
an
click the eraser thing. Vincent, draw the next card.
Okay, what would we put for B, Vanessa?
B.
Yep.
B equals.
Just so we don't forget about it.
And then Amanda, what would we put for H? Pass. Okay. All right, Farah, what would we put for H?
For H, we'll do B minus 5.
Right, because it says B. I'm just trying to be like Mr. Hudson. Okay.
All good with me.
Okay.
So now we need to expand page.
So you gotta scroll down first.
Oh, wait, that's up.
It's reverse of a Mac.
Okay. So if we can you scroll. So if we go back to here. No. Okay. So if we go back to here, we are gonna start with W because that's the green whale, and so scroll down. What did we put for W?
Pull card, Vincent.
Pull a card.
Franco.
What do we do for W?
I'll shuffle these.
Pass. Okay.
Well, now you gotta take into account the total, right?
Yeah.
So you can just ask for
Okay,
volunteers
so-
while we shuffle.
Volunteer. Okay, Aiden. What if we add all these up? What do we get? Like if you add WB and
The total.
if you add WB and H, 95 minutes. Okay. So that means that. Nope. Stop.
Hey, you guys only have like 90 seconds, so we gotta get it going.
Okay, so the total would be.
So you could just show the rest of the problem. You don't have to call on people. Hold up, we're not packing up yet. We're finishing this problem.
All right, so the total will be 95.
Okay. So you pull cards. All right. So
All right.
we're gonna put.
So hold on, scroll back up. Here, I'll scroll for you.
Okay.
So guys, hold on, hold up. Stop moving, because making noise is gonna slow us down. they can take a shortcut now, and instead of writing out the whole thing, they can kind of see it.
Right here? How many B's are right here? Five. Okay, so 5. That was a horrible 5. B. There. Okay. How many? Are there any
Constants.
constants? Yeah. G. Oh, Aiden said it. Okay. So, and that all equals to 90.
If you got questions,
So,
please stick up a hand so I can come help you.
Or no? I said any questions. Do you have questions? Okay. So, what do we do here?
Lucas, what do we do now?
Because it's negative, you have to add 5 to both sides.
Wait.
Yeah, you're kind of in a speed crunch now, so.
We'll do the opposite. So plus 5. Alright. Plus 5. What's 95 plus 5? Anyone? 100.
I'm gonna send this to Mrs. Goldring so she knows why you guys were late to class.
Okay, so that means we got rid of the 5. Let's go back down. So we're at 5b equals 100.
What do we
So
do
what
now?
do we do? Divide by 5. Yeah. That would be 20. Okay. Okay. So that means that B is 20. So B equals 20. What does...
So what's 20 times 3?
What is... Okay, so scroll down. So W equals 6.
And then what would H be? 15. 15, yeah.
All right, friends, have a wonderful Discovery Days. Have a great Monday off, and we will see you on Tuesday, 6 days from now.
I was Don't worry about it. You're good. I helped.
You gentlemen are brilliant teachers.